In his very first campaign visit to South Carolina, Senator Barack Obama.
How's it going, South Carolina? Hey! Oh, look at this. Look at this. Oh, goodness gracious. Thank you. Thank you, Columbia. Well, listen, to all the elected officials who are here, to all the, at every level of government, I want to thank you for your appearance. But most of all, just plain, ordinary citizens of South Carolina, I thank you for your attendance. This is just an overwhelming crowd. Let me just say that I want to give praise and honor to God for bringing me here today. He got me here safely. The weather was good, and he brought me to slightly warmer weather. What are we doing here? Why are we here? Why am I running for president? And why are you here today to find out what it's all about? I think most of us know that there has been, over the last several years, a lot of cynicism about politics. I remember that when I first ran for office, I was a civil rights attorney, had been a community organizer. I was teaching law at the University of Chicago Law School. And the Senate seat, the state Senate seat where I was living, opened up. I was in my early 30s. Some people said, would you be interested in running for this office? And so I did what every wise man does, confronted with such a decision. I prayed on it, and I asked my wife. Amen. Brother right here says, yeah, I'll do the same thing. And after consulting those two higher powers, I decided that I would go ahead and I would run for office. And so I did what every first-time candidate does, which is I talked to anybody who would listen to me. And I went to barber shops, and I went to beauty shops, and I went to bake sales and PTA meetings. And if there were two brothers standing on a corner, I'd pull up and I'd start handing them literature. And everywhere I went, I'd always get the same two questions. First question, where did you get that funny name, Barack Obama? Although people would mispronounce it. And they would call me Alabama. Or they would call me Yo Mama. And I said, no, that's not right. It's Obama. And my father was from Kenya, from Africa, which is where I got the name from. And my mother was from Kansas, which is where I got my accent from. And so that satisfied that question. But the second question bears on today. What are we doing here? Because they would say to me, you seem like a nice young man. You got a fine law degree. Teach at a fancy university. Got a terrific civil rights practice. Beautiful family, church-going man. Why would you want to go into something dirty and nasty like politics? Why would you want to go into politics? And the question is understandable, though, because a lot of us feel cynical about the political process, even those of us who are involved in politics. Sometimes we get a sense that politics has become a business instead of a mission. That power in Washington is always trumping principle. That we have a lot of self-appointed leaders who are long on rhetoric but sometimes short on follow-through. And so over time, people end up feeling discouraged about politics. And they may, out of a sense of obligation or duty, every 2 years, 4 years, they go ahead and they cast their ballot. They're not really enthusiastic. They don't, they're choosing against the lesser of two evils, but they don't really think government is going to make a difference in their lives. At most, they hope it does them no harm. But what I told folks then is the same thing that I say now. It's the same thing that I said at my announcement, and that is, there has always been another tradition to politics. There's always been this idea that says that we are all connected as a people. that we have mutual responsibilities towards each other. And that just because the world as it is unjust, just because the world as it is full of strife and violence and poverty, and people don't have health care, and children aren't being educated, just because that's the world that we see in front of us now, it doesn't mean that it's the world as it has to be. And